Let's raise some of the big questions then tonight. Was Vikas Dubey's arrest stage managed as is being alleged? Is the gangster Neta police nexus still flourishing in Uttar Pradesh? Who shielded Dubey for 20 long years? Will the truth ever come out of Vikas Dubey's deep political and police connects? I'm joined by Vikram Singh, the former DGP of UP, Ghanshyam Tiwari, Samajwadi Party spokesperson, Anila Singh, BJP spokesperson, Rahul Srivastav, National Affairs Editor, who has tracked Uttar Pradesh for years. And I want to come to you, Rahul, first. You tell me, from your long experience of Uttar Pradesh, give our audience a sense of Vikas Dubey's political links. How does someone who is found, who actually murders a politician in jail in the presence of 25 witnesses in 2001, get all those witnesses to turn hostile and then survive for 2 decades? Who protected him all these years, Rahul?
Rajdeep, the politics protected him. Politics in Uttar Pradesh protected him. Politics in Uttar Pradesh made people like him a very necessary component of how to win an election. It started sometime in the 70s. Rajdeep, you'll be shocked to know that when he was detained and he surrendered, and he was in sometime in 2008, 6 members, MLAs of a political party in Uttar Pradesh were out there to receive him.
Which party?
6 MLAs of a political party, BSP.
So BSP,
That's the time when
so
he was hobnobbing with the BSP.
So BSP
the
in
old association
2008,
there, Rajdeep.
BSP 2008, and then Samajwadi
Rajdeep.
Party was in power earlier when he was acquitted and all the witnesses turned hostile in that murder case.
Rajdeep, his wife Anita is a Zilla Parishad member from Samajwadi Party. Do you know that when he escaped that night, the police was picketing outside. There is a pond behind his house. Nobody thought he will escape from there. People say that he escaped on a cycle. That's all misleading. He, with the help of his wife, had got a small iron bridge constructed over that lake, which is suitable for 2-3 motorcycles. He escaped from that route. He had planned his escape. Let me shock you further, Rajdeep. While stories and UP police are trying to claim that he was a first timer who had suddenly landed up in Ujjain, the police should find out whose car was it, which he used to reach Ujjain. There was High Court apparently written in front of that car. Then let me shock you further, Rajdeep. In 2000, nearly 12 years ago, Mr. Dubey had an accident in Ujjain. He was a regular in Ujjain. Every year on a certain season and an auspicious day, he used to go to Ujjain. He's familiar with Ujjain and the Mahakal temple. He used to go there every year. That is the accident that took place in 12 years back. He injured his leg. That's why the limp in his leg. So when people are saying that he was unfamiliar with the area and that's why they suspected something, is all incorrect, misleading information being said. There is definitely much more to the surrender. Every political party, Rajdeep, if the investigations are honest, he was part of a land grabbing mafia, Rajdeep, which has helped lots of businessmen in Kanpur to grab land from poor farmers and poor landowners in the past. It is not just a politics, crime and police nexus, it's a businessman nexus also.
So basically from 2001, where remember he is originally arrested for a murder of a BJP legislator and then gets away, to now 2020, this is 2 decades. Since then, UP's had a Samajwadi Party government, a BSP government, and it has had a BJP government. And it has had Vikram Singh as a DGP in the Mayawati government. You tell us now, and I want an honest answer today, Vikram Singh, from you as a respected police professional. Who patronized Vikas Dubey? Who patronized him? Did every government, Mulayam Singh's, Akhilesh's, Mayawati's, and dare I say Yogi Adityanath's, all patronize him?
Rajdeep, it is not in my interest, and I have never spoken in truth. It is not my interest. Fear is one sentiment of which I am oblivious. Governments come and governments go, and people like Vikas Dubey go on forever, and they become indispensable to all government dispensations. And you said that when you were the DGP. When I was the DGP, you interviewed me when we got Dadua and Tokia, didn't you? You do remember that. And I got the likes of who were Vikas Dubey's great-great-grandfathers. And because Vikas Dubey in my time was a non-entity, the number of encounters of those would be second to none.
Who patronized him, sir? who patronized
I said-
how could someone survive for 20 years with land grabbing, serious charges of extortion, kidnapping for so many years?
I said before and I reiterate, governments come and governments go, but the likes of Vikas Dubey go on forever because they are indispensable to every government outfit. And now, as Mr. Srivastav has said, that there are bureaucrats, there are police officers, there are policemen, there are businessmen, and there are politicians, MLAs, MPs, and ministers, IAS and IPS officers that need to be booked on the basis of his interrogation and brought on the gang chart and given the same punishment as would be given to Vikas Dubey also. This is the time in history when one can atone for one's sins.
Sir,
and make
I wish I could believe that that would happen. I'll come back to you in a moment on the show. I'm going to now play a graphic about those political connections. Pictures of Vikas Dubey over the years, finger in every pie. Take a look. Every political party, viral images show him with UP's law minister Brajesh Pathak. So he has links to the present government. Vikas Dubey's wife is reportedly a lifetime member of the Samajwadi Party and is being linked to a Zilla Parishad election which she fought on the party. The party has denied it. Election posters show Richa Dubey with him. Vikas Dubey was allegedly close also to BJP's Harikishan Srivastav. He's had political connections across parties. Remember when he moved to BSP, Vikas too reportedly became a member of the BSP at the time. He's had strong relations therefore with every political party, barring in this case the Congress, because the Congress has never been in power in UP in the last 2 decades. Let's therefore turn to you, Ghanshyam Tiwari. You tell us, is it not true that Vikas Dubey had connections with your party and that was the reason why he managed to get away in 2001 despite killing a BJP legislator in a prison with 25 witnesses, and his wife was rewarded with a Zilla Parishad ticket?
Rajiv, 3 things stand out. First, the whole drama that was staged right now. Second, his current set of connections. And third, his past nexus. As far as the past nexus, your question concerns, 2001, it was Rajnath Singh who was the chief minister. In 2002, when he surrendered, newspapers in Lucknow painted a clear picture on how BJP leaders close to him convinced him to surrender. In 2006, yes, you can say that the SP government did not appeal, and we accept that charge, that shows a weakness. But the reality of how this whole thing has played out is in 2017, when STF recorded his statement, the 2 MLAs who are named in those statements, on record today, they are saying that they were never interrogated. The law minister has not made a single statement. The most powerful bureaucrat in Uttar Pradesh, Mr. Avnish Awasthi, has a direct photograph with this man. His henchman stands next to the state BJP president because he wanted to contest elections from Kanpur on a BJP ticket.
Sir, was his wife a Zilla Parishad member? Was his wife a Zilla Panchayat member from the SP or not? Yes or no?
Rajiv, 2 things. No. We do not contest Zilla Parishad on party tickets, and we do not have a concept of lifetime membership. It's a propaganda blown up by Bharatiya Janata Party to save this whole
Vikas
array of pictures
Dubey's
that are
mother
emerging.
reportedly said he is not with the BJP, he is with the SP.
Well, I respect his mother. She's in trauma and she's not political. In another interview, she said that he was with BJP. I'm not bringing the mother. What SP has clearly said is that his call records of last 5 years should be put in public domain. And the family of brave policemen who were martyrs have said that this is a drama. They don't trust the UP government and they want a CBI inquiry. So no one anywhere trusts this government, be it its connections, be it its accusations, or be it this state surrender.
Do you concede at the very least that the Mulayam Singh and Akhilesh Yadav government did not act against the likes of Vikas Dubey, yes or no? That's in the past,
Well,
but do you concede that?
I believe that if criminals have flourished in politics in Uttar Pradesh, every party has to take the blame. And we would not shy away from facing that reality that we face on day-to-day politics in Uttar Pradesh.
Okay.
But we also see a chief minister like Adityanath who has risen not by social service. There are more charges against him than any BJP spokesperson will have a mark sheet on with himself. And the same is true with the deputy chief minister.
Let me ask you, Anila Singh of the BJP, the fact is that we had claimed that he had close connections with the local BJP MLAs of Kanpur. Do you also concede that since 2017 it's been your government? No one touched Vikas Dubey. He was not even in the list prepared by the UP police last year of wanted criminals. Do you concede that the BJP also had close ties with Vikas Dubey in the last 2 years?
Nevertheless, whether he was amongst the top 10 or top 50 or top 100, UP Police was after him. And because of that only, that black night, police team was going to arrest him. But some moles acted and he got the clue. And we know very well,
2017,
that's just the
madam, this
history.
is 2020.
And let's
Your
see Allah.
government has been in power since 2017. Vikas Dubey has been running
I
land
know
grabbing, extortion rackets in Uttar Pradesh for years. Why was he not arrested for the last 2.5 years? Why did it require the killing of 8 policemen for you all to wake up to Vikas Dubey?
Rasdeep ji, when you ask me a question, please allow me to answer that.
Yes, ma'am.
I need at least 20-30 seconds to answer.
Yes.
So, yes, twice he was arrested in these 3 years' time. But I need to ask the question from the regional parties like Sappa and Baspa, what they were doing all these years. I will tell you what they were doing. In today's date, when he got arrested, he was shouting at the top of the voice, "मैं विकास दुबे हूँ, कानपुर वाला." Kanpur was known for its industry, leather industry, textile industry. But what these political parties did, Samajwadi Party and BSP, ताला लगवा दिया सब industries में. किसका विकास हुआ? विकास हुआ अपराध का हुआ. विकास हुआ किसका हुआ? Crime का हुआ. So, if we talk about Samajwadi Party or BSP, like they are the synonyms of crime and corruption.
Madam, when I ask you question, you tell me about what they did. I will ask them about what they failed to do, as I have asked Ghamshan Tiwari. I asked you a straight question. 2.5
I
years
answered
your
you.
government, or almost
I
3 years
answered
now,
you.
you've been, frankly, 3 years you've been in power.
I answered you, Rajdeep. I answered you.
3
I said
साल में
twice
विकास
he was in
दुबे को
jail.
क्यों पकड़ा नहीं गया?
पकड़ा गया 2 बार वो जेल में गया. Most of the time he was in jail. This is what I am telling you. See, UP is being headed by a chief minister who is a saint. He doesn't require money to arrange dances in some sort of mahotsav. When Muzaffarnagar dangas were happening, heroes and heroines were dancing. I don't know from where the money came. He is a sant. He doesn't need money to nourish his family or a political party. He is here to serve Uttar Pradesh, and that is what he is doing.
Okay.
And I am
So
very
you're
proud
claiming
of
Yogi
UP police
Adityanath is
because
different?
of his-
Okay, you made your
because,
point. You made your
just
point.
give me
Then
10
Rahul
more seconds,
Srivastava,
please.
is
10
it
more
true?
seconds, please.
Has anything really changed in the last 3 years with Yogi Adityanath? There are a series of encounters that have taken place of criminals, but the likes of Vikas Dubey appeared not to be on that list. So, was there also a differentiation between criminals, as has been the case in the past? ये मेरा criminal है, ये उसका है.
नहीं, विकास दुबे ने तो खुल के बोल दिया था कि वो किसका
राहुल?
criminal है. Sorry.
Rajdeep, you see, Digvijayji has gone away, has left us, but the issue is he should remember that in 1985, the first man in India ever to be chosen to a legislative assembly from a prison was Harishankar Tiwari of the Congress party. It's that old, Rajdeep. Now, in this regime, what I am told and what I have learned, that in this regime, Vikas Dubey did not get a direct political patronage. There are 3 MLAs in the past. I have elections I have covered. I have known Vikas Dubey's operations. He used to be helping those MLAs. One was a BSP man, one was a SP man in the past, and once even the Congress he helped. And that was largely done for money and muscle. The basic problem, Rajdeep, here is that this case is not just about crime and money. The BJP was not directly protecting him, but if the investigations are honest, they will find that there were strong businessmen who were providing him that patronage, and through them that patronage was coming. Then comes the other fact that yes, he had direct links with 2 of the other major political parties in Uttar Pradesh. Mr. Dr. Vikram Singh is a very old friend. He said that eventually the police killed Thokia and other criminal dacoits like Nirbhay Gujar. I have covered those events, Rajdeep. They were killed only when they had served their utility in Uttar Pradesh. And remember, I will tell you, if the investigations again are honest, it will be found that this crime is not just about money, muscle, protection and others. There is also a strong caste angle to it. Remember, the minister who Mr. Digvijay Singh is pointing out belongs to the same caste as Mr. Dubey.
You know, so therefore you have all these, you even have a
And the
caste.
CEO who
criminal-
was killed was also of same caste.
Okay, let's, Vikram Singh, let's be very clear now. You've arrested Vikas Dubey. There were fears he would be encountered. He's been arrested. Do you really believe that he will spill the beans about all the people who he has been linked to? Do you really believe that? Do you expect the country to believe that the political system has changed, that it will bite the hand that feeds them? It's the Vikas Dubes who are used at election time, particularly in states like Uttar Pradesh.
Vikas Dubey will spill the beans whether through narco analysis or through polygraph tests. But it remains to be its debatable matter to what extent that information will be disclosed, much less what it will be worked upon. There are so many disclosures made before the police, the CBI, ED and the NIA. But only 5% see the light of the day, and the rest is relegated for posterity. I do hope in this case that the faithful documentation and follow-up do happen. And one last point, Rajdeep Sardesai sir,
Yes.
that they have a saying like, no, aam khane se matlab dekho, gutli mat gina karo. The fact remains the end product that he has been arrested. And I really don't know why the storm in the teacup in respect of the so-called surrender. There is nothing like a surrender before the police. There is only arrest, whatever may be the shape and the appearance of the arrest. That may be debatable. But the fact remains there is no provision of surrender before the police as per law. We are making a storm in a teacup for no rhyme or reason.
My question to you is different. My question is, now that he has been arrested, will this case also go the way previous cases involving Vikas Dubey have gone? As I said, in 2001, he was in jail and he could allegedly hatch a murder conspiracy. Then you have a case a year later in which he murders a BJP leader. He was killed inside a police station, 25 witnesses, and all those witnesses turn hostile and he gets acquitted. And the Uttar Pradesh police, the Uttar Pradesh government does not even challenge his acquittal. I am asking you, is 2020 going to be any different? Do you believe that or not?
I believe so, because he has the blood of 6 policemen on his hands, and it's not going to be washed away like the blood on the hands of Lady Macbeth. And therefore, I think he will spill the beans and they'll be worked upon. I do hope that this government has a better track record than any other earlier government, and I'm sure they have the honesty of purpose that they will pursue it to the logical conclusion.
Rahul Srivastav, you've covered UP for 25 years, maybe more. Do you really believe anything has changed on the ground?
Rajdeep, I think there is one difference, that Yogi Adityanath is very conscious about the criminal and law and order issues. Somewhere Yogi Adityanath has tried to be very aggressive on that front. If you realize that in the last few days, some of the homes of the gangsters have been raised, he wants to keep that image intact. But it lot will depend on how much Dubey knows, who all he can lead to the jail, who all he can create problem for. If the waters run too deep, and if he knows too much, I don't think so, Rajdeep. If the BJP connect is not there, then perhaps yes.
Right. If there is no BJP connect, then Dubey may well spill the beans. Either way, Vikas Dubey's arrest has suggested that the cat is among the pigeons. The question is, will there actually be this time a complete attempt to some way bear that police criminal politician nexus in Uttar Pradesh? We'll wait and see. Thank you all very much for joining me on my Top Focus today.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.